Welcome to the Maunchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and happy Valentine's Day here in the U.S. and I don't know, Canada. I mean, who else celebrates Valentine's Day?
A lot of people celebrate.
Really?
Love, exciting and new.
Exactly. Thank you,
Come
Benny.
aboard.
Love your voice. It's great. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We're just thrilled to be, first of all, out of the house, not surrounded by snow, although my house is still surrounded by about 2 feet of
still
snow.
have it. Yeah,
I have tons.
So you're able to get out okay.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I have an all-wheel drive, so, just like...
So you had a lot of fun.
I actually did have some fun, except for I had to be quick. I had to go to the grocery store, go hug the grandbaby, and then come back because it would start to snow so much that I couldn't, to get to my neighborhood, there's a fairly large hill. So
the rush on kale in your area wasn't affected?
The what?
There was floating around with the snow apocalypse last week.
Oh, really?
Everyone
I
was
missed
hitting
this
the store.
one.
Well, no, you didn't miss it. It happened. It was depending on the area.
There was no celery. I must say
That's
that
what
it doesn't matter what grocery store I went to.
Celery.
I went to Whole Foods. I went to QFC. I went to Safeway. Just because I was in those different areas, right? Nobody had celery, so I'm out of celery still.
The one thing they'll always keep on giving.
Yeah, right.
Celery.
But we did,
sticks.
here in the Northwest. For those of you who don't live here, we had crazy snow for days.
It's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
In fact, they said it's the most snow that this area has actually experienced in 70 years. So
we broke records.
In our lifetime, we've never had this much snow, and I've lived here my whole life. So, but you're an Alaska person, so you must have handled it fine.
So I kind of keep bringing this up. Yes, I'm from there. I was born and raised until about I was 13. I mean, I drove go-karts and stuff like that, so I'm very familiar. Yeah, so I got used to driving in it, but professionally, that's here, and I'm still familiar. Just go slow, take your time, and that's the key or key words. I mean, in anything, in any event, if you're going to drive in it, just take your time, and if you don't, then that's where it gets into some situations.
Oh, yeah, you have to be careful. But now it's I guess it's going to rain today. So hopefully my driveway will finally get rid of the
it's warming up
2.5 feet of snow I tried to shovel it, but I'm like, no, I just got the walkway, not the driveway.
Yeah, a lot of people did that yesterday when it got really warm. Of course, it was just a slush pretty much. So you just kind of push it out of the way. And then, of course, last night got a little freezing, a little cold, so it's a little slick coming in this morning. I was all right, a little icy.
Have slush yet, but I'm hoping to.
Yeah, it works out. So I'm glad you can make it in, though.
Thank you, yes. So who do we have? Yes, lovely Valentine's Day. Who do we have on the phone?
Well, if you'd like to join us, yes, it's 877-825-8828 for the Marie Maunchehri Show, our Valentine's Day.
Aww.
And real quick, our sister station next door actually had a on-the-air wedding to kind of bring on the day for them. So that's kind of cool. I saw the bride and groom leave. And they
I missed it.
Brittany and Alex.
Oh, I missed it.
They looked amazing, and so they did great.
Oh,
all right.
Fun.
So let's take Ryan calling in from Portland. Hi, Ryan. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay, good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Just all right. What?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. And what can I do for you?
So I had a mammogram last week, my first one. I'm 40.
Uh-huh.
And they called me back for more imaging. And that appointment is tomorrow. But I'm a little freaked out.
You're freaked out? Okay. Well, this is not an uncommon event. Lots of people who get mammograms are called back for more procedures. So it doesn't mean, even one of my dear friends, her mother, who's probably close to she's probably in her 80s, she was just had to go have something checked and it was fine and benign. So until something, if it does, shows you that it's problematic, I think you need to relax.
Yes, probably true.
Yeah. So could you, because when I read your energy, one of the things that's happening, and I think it's kind of a chronic condition or a chronic energetic pattern that you've been experiencing since for a while, let's say decades, is that you tend to leak energy out of the back of your heart chakra. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I know what that heart chakra is and where it is, but
Great. And
I don't know what would leak.
So we have all this beautiful energy in our bodies, and some people leak out their life force out of certain areas of their chakras. The heart chakra is the most popular chakra to leak energy from, and it's usually people who are very kind and giving and caring and want to help others, and it's kind of an unconscious thought where they think to themselves, okay, well, my life is fine. I'm just going to leak out some of my life force to help other people. But I don't recommend that. Most people will not use that energy anyway, so it just kind of floats off into the ether. So you have what I would consider a chronic leak of your own energy system leaking from your heart chakra. So when do you go in for the procedure? Or more
tomorrow.
imaging? Okay, tomorrow. So probably going to do some ultrasounds or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ultrasounds are great. I wish that they would do ultrasounds and mammograms like together.
Every time.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with mammograms. For every person who was, was cured or cared for from a mammogram, I'm thrilled about. And for those who weren't and it brought them stress and anxiety, I'm not happy about it. That's just how I feel about it. So, so what I want you to start doing is every time someone says something kind to you, or someone says, I love you, or have a nice day, I want you to imagine thousands, like 100,000 hummingbirds flying into your back. Because we need to get the energy to stop leaking from your heart chakra, and we need energy to start moving into your chest, which will actually help all the tissues and beautiful things that are present there in your chest.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I want you to do this forever anyway, because you need to learn how to receive, and it's just going to help your whole tissue area.
Okay.
Okay? And try not to worry.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have a lovely day in Portland. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, we're going to send you, of course, tons of love and happy energy so you can have some fun. I mean, it's kind of fun to go get an ultrasound. It's kind of cool experience.
Take a big, deep breath. We're going to get through it.
Yes, exactly.
All right. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. That is the number. We'll take now Barb calling in from Vancouver, BC. Hi, Barb. Welcome to the show. What's up, darling?
Hi. Oh, I'm so thrilled to be on. I've tried for a long time and didn't seem to connect. So I'm so happy for today. I have followed you for the last 5 years.
Oh.
I'm just thrilled.
Great.
I'll tell you a little bit. I'm a registered nurse.
Lovely.
And I loved my job, but retired 6 years ago.
Good job, by the way.
And thank you. I miss it.
Right.
We relocated from Alberta to BC with the intention that I would set up my healing practice. I've got a background in healing, touching, Reiki, and also sound. I have a huge passion for sound, the bowls, the Tibetan bowls, the crystal bowls, and now I'm going to be buying a gong.
Fun.
But the last 4 years have been the worst 4 years of my life and the best 4 years of my life.
I love that combination, because that's really what happens. Like when the universe goes, okay, hey, you want to grow some more, and kind of feels like it poops on your life, which it's really not poop, but it feels like it,
Oh.
And then something amazing occurs from the challenge and you're able to move forward. Yeah. So, okay, good. So worst 4 years, best 4 years. Yes.
Is the worst part going to get better?
Can you tell me what it is?
Okay. Yeah, it's interpersonal relationships. And I have been absolutely traumatized by a family member who I trusted and loved so deeply. And this person has been dishonest and lying.
But it's not personal. This is just how they are. They're very manipulative. They even have like drug-seeking kind of energy, even if they don't do drugs. They have that kind of that addictive.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
I wondered if there's an addiction to money, to gambling.
So why do you want to have a relationship with these people? That's this person. I don't really understand that.
Well, because it fractures our family.
Good.
And
Fracture it.
Fracture it.
I would end this relationship immediately. You don't even really like this person. Not really.
Well, I did. I loved them deeply.
Great. But notice the word you said, loved. So,
well, I still love. I still
well,
love. I send him love
yeah,
because I don't
uh-huh.
hate anybody.
No, of course not.
I just, it's dangerous to be around him because it's
Yeah.
so awful.
So your answer is to not be around them. And so notice how
Okay.
you already know the answer, but you're trying to be loyal even though this person is choosing not to do any inner work to move forward. And so
Yeah.
what happened in this relationship is that you lowered your vibration to be with this individual who is not as conscious as you are.
Mm.
And you kept
Okay.
growing consciously on top of it, which is great, but this person probably even became more irritated and frustrated with the relationship because they can't really connect with you or meet with you because you're on totally different pages, just completely.
Okay.
It's like you're on different planets. And that's not going to
Yeah.
change because this person does not do inner work as of now, which is fine. The universe doesn't care if someone does inner work or not, but you want to have cohesiveness and happy movement in your life,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay.
Okay. So what happened then is I got stuck and I couldn't move forward my healing practice.
Right.
And now I feel like maybe I'm strong enough to move forward because I kept thinking if I'm not good with myself, how can I help others?
Well,
But I feel like I'm coming out of it now.
I think like our first caller, you really need to work on receiving. That's what makes businesses successful and marriages and our health. We need so much energy in our bodies. Humans don't need to worry about letting go of negativity or releasing stagnation. If you take in tons of subatomic particles or as much as you can, that's a natural detoxifier for the human body. So receiving, 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 receiving is really what it's all about. Okay?
Okay. Okay. And do you see me being able to move forward with the practice?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to put myself out there.
There's no
I
doubt
just
in
want
my
to help
mind,
people.
and I don't want you to do it to help people. I want you to do it for fun. If you do it for
Oh,
fun
yes.
and joy, you will
Yes.
help others.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Oh, Marie, thank you
You're
so much.
welcome, and thanks for listening to the show and all the other ways that you've connected. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Have a good
Bye-bye. You too.
Thanks, Barb, for joining us. 877-825.
Not the best Happy Valentine's story,
Yeah.
but it is, like just being happy
Sure.
is the most important thing.
That's
Yes.
what it is.
Yeah.
All right. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manucherry Show. We'll take Katie now calling in from Arcata. Is that right? From California? Arcadia?
Yeah.
Arcata, yeah.
Oh, thanks
Yeah.
very much. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Katie.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
what
so
can I
happy
do
to
for
be
you?
talking to you.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I called a while back and you told me to work on receiving.
Interesting how
And
that's kind of our theme today, right? I find that very
yeah.
interesting, especially on Valentine's Day, because we even teach little kids to make a box of Valentine's, a card for each person in their classroom. And sometimes they give them candy, and it's a giving holiday, but self-love is a receiving experience. And I think we can give love in profound ways when we also know how to receive. Like it's just as important. It's very interesting. Okay, so yes, go ahead.
Yeah, really magical working on that. And
Good.
yeah, I'm just curious to get a general reading about what's going on. And also, I'm embarking on a healing career type
Good.
thing. And so I took your Reiki workshop in October.
You. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
it was wonderful.
Fun.
Yeah, and so I've started giving Reiki to people, and I want to also do private yoga sessions.
Great.
But then I'm also, considering maybe going back to school to
For what? For what?
To become a therapist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I'm like, part of me is excited about that, but part of me is not. So
Everything's about joy. So even though you're a learner and you love to learn and you're smart and going back to school would not be a challenge, you could do it, right?
Yeah.
I just want you to do it out of fun, and so until the fun is visible to you and you can feel it pulsating from your body, I don't think you should commit to anything like education, like a 4-year degree or whatever you would have to do, maybe 2 more years or something of that nature. I think you would be an awesome therapist, by the way. But I also don't think that you would love sitting in a chair all day long. I don't think that's your jam. I think you like to be mobile and move around and have a lot of different things going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I think if I did do it, it would not be like your typical talk therapy. It would incorporate lots of different modalities.
Good, great. So if it makes you super happy and you get super excited when you look at the university, when you look at the curriculum, if all of those things happen, awesome, then I would sign up. But if they don't, I wouldn't, because you don't need it. I think the part that I want you to start working on, and your energy looks lovely, you're in kind of what I would call a confused place right now, not because of what you told me, but because your fifth, your fourth, your third, and your second chakra energy is moving in, but then it just moves right out. So you're not capturing it the way I would like it. Now your seventh, your sixth, and your first are perfect. They're taking in energy. There's no, release of leaking. Like your life force is really lovely between the heavens and the earth, and your third eye, stunning. But these other chakras, which to me are, although they do have mystical qualities to them, they're a lot about being present in the physical realm, like speaking your truth, not being too compassionate for others, falling in love with yourself, and having personal joy. So I would love it if you take some time before you make some final decisions, but also work on self-confidence and believing in yourself and honoring who you are, because I think things will just take off like a racehorse once you do that. And maybe just take a couple months doing that. You don't have to do it for very long. You've heightened your frequency enough that you can get through things very quickly, but you do need some more devotion on self-worth and confidence.
Okay. Do you have any suggestions or what-if questions to me?
Sure. Yeah, of course. My favorite, one of my favorites, what if I fall madly in love with myself? What if I'm worthy of a phenomenal career? What if I'm off the charts intuitive?
Yeah.
Because that one makes you happy. So yeah, just start saying these and wrapping it up. And I wouldn't talk to too many people about your plans, because not everybody's ready for people to step into their magnificence. Some people actually get really uncomfortable when people start owning who they are.
Yeah.
And that's okay. People can have their own experience, but while you're still kind of in this wobbly place, which is kind of the way I'm experiencing it, we want you to stay devoted to you and not care what other people may be thinking or saying or not saying, because we don't want you to be affected by that. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks, Katie, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We are at our first break, of course, and it's on the Love Day, right, Marie?
It's on the Love Day.
Valentine's, big hearts from us to you. And we'll be right back with more from Marie.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm really excited to announce my second online course beginning February 2019. This course is called the Advanced Chakra Experience. In this 3-part online course, I will share my vast wisdom of the chakra system and how it relates to energy medicine. With this knowledge, you will easily hear, see, or feel the vibration of these powerful energy centers, allowing one to heal themselves or others. Each one of the organs has its own unique frequency, vibration. Like the gallbladder, for instance, one of the things that slows down the gallbladder energy is frustration. So when we think about healing the gallbladder, as an example of one of the organs we'll be talking about during this lovely 3-part online course, we're going to talk about the vibration that is the healthiest for the gallbladder, like joy, fun, relaxation. We're going to talk about how to hold those frequencies and how you can send it directly to your gallbladder. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
Ovarian cancer is devastating and difficult to diagnose. It's often only caught in advanced stages, and 4 out of 5 women will see the deadly disease return.
I knew when ovarian cancer recurs.
It's often incurable.
It was terrifying, waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Until recently, following chemotherapy, women with recurrent ovarian cancer had to simply watch and wait for their disease to come back.
Well, we say,
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Now, with maintenance therapies, women can extend their time in response and delay recurrence.
Knowledge and awareness of your choices empowers you
and gives you a greater sense of control.
Let's call for a change in ovarian cancer care.
The Not on My Watch movement empowers women facing recurrent ovarian cancer to take an informed and active role in managing their disease. Visit notonmywatch.com to learn more.
If you want to know how to get in touch with Marie or find out what's on her calendar, there's a variety of ways to do so. You could become Marie's friend on Facebook or even follow her on Twitter. Check out Marie's website. There's tons of new features like Chakra of the Month, a live Twitter feed, and 3 PDFs with extensive exercises for your chakras. You can also sign up for Marie's free quarterly newsletter and also get your questions answered in her Dear Marie column. Simply email Marie your question, and she will answer it in an upcoming edition. Marie also will be speaking and signing books. Find out if she'll be in your area on her events page at energyintuitive.com.
Easy on the ears, good for the soul. Alternative Talk 1150.
And your Cherry Show, we're live here in still kind of snowy Seattle, but it's been really fun too.
We'll help you dig your spirits out.
Yeah, exactly. On Valentine's Day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So who do we have on the phone line?
Yeah, let's give out the number again. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. 877-825-8828. And we'll take Christine now, calling in from the Snohomish area. Hi, Christine. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Sure. What can I do for you?
Well, I was calling because, I don't know, the last few years I sort of fell down a rabbit hole. I got bored and depressed, and I've been pulling myself back out again, but just wondering what next steps would be good to take.
So when you're pulling yourself out of the rabbit hole, what are your techniques? What do you do?
I get on my treadmill every day, and I meditate, and I write in my journal.
Okay.
And I take care of my mother-in-law at home, so I'm home a lot. And that gets a little depressing to me. But
yeah, right? I didn't mean to laugh, by the way, but I just had an inner image of any of my family members getting, needing elder care. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've already sat down with my siblings and had conversations about what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do, because I'm not willing to sacrifice my own happiness. But so I love some of the things that you express, but I don't feel that falling in love with yourself kind of practice occurring, which is something that I believe all of humanity needs to do on a regular basis every single day for the rest of their lives. Just like when I walk into the house and I see my cat, someone's, oh, hi, I love you. And I kiss them, even though they may run away from me. Once I pick them up and kiss them too many times, that's why I have to get a dog so it won't run away from me. So it's interesting how we'll do this for others, but we don't do it for ourselves. And yet our animals, even the cats, if I just didn't do that on a regular basis, they'd go, what's wrong with you? And they'd probably come over and try to bother me. Like Finney, when I wake up in the morning, it's usually to him pulling my hair with his teeth so that I will pet him at whatever god-awful hour it is that he's trying to wake me up, right? So, and notice how you love what we're talking about. You laugh freely, your energy's elevated. So you need to start being very nurturing and very loving and very delicious to you. It's hugely important. Okay?
Okay. One of the things that I love to do is listen to music, and I got a Bose speaker for Christmas, and I love just sitting and listening.
I love all of
music.
The things that you're talking about, but these are external things. You need to start having a rapport that's internal with yourself, that's nurturing and kind and loving. That's what's missing. And then your energy will continue to excel and expand, and you'll be able to identify many other things that will make you happy and joyful. And maybe get a caretaker. Are you there all the time with her?
For the most part.
Yeah. So maybe get a caretaker who can come in once a week and give you a complete free day, Yeah. And then when your energy is elevated, you'll know people who would love to do that, even if they don't even want to be paid for it, or in other words, what I'm saying, it'll just all work out. If your energy is elevated, you attract the best outcome, opportunities, and experiences that you would ever want to have. But you have to have your energy elevated, and that's an inside job. Not that the treadmill isn't helpful or music. Those are all helpful, but taking that extra time to really nurture yourself is, wow, very profound.
I heard you say the other day to say, I love myself. I love myself.
Yeah.
I love myself.
What if
So
I love myself?
doing that.
What if I love myself? Because I don't think affirmations really work well or even quickly unless we have a belief system to support them. But what if questions work extremely fast? So what if I love myself? What if I fell madly in love with me? What if on this Valentine's Day, I adore and cherish everything about me? Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
You too, Marie.
All
Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Christine, for joining us. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll travel south to Portland. We have Lynn joining us. Hi, Lynn. Welcome to the show.
Great.
Hi there.
Hi, Lynn. What can I do for you?
Well, I've been wanting to call you for a while and ask, what do you think I'm missing around the topics of health and career? Because they seem intertwined, and I seem stuck in this place of not being able to figure out how to move forward.
Well, you have a really strong personality. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And I love it. I have a strong personality, too. Now, the good thing is about that is you can make, and I can say the S word, right?
Sure.
Oh, I must have been Benny.
No, which S word?
The one that's like poop?
No.
Okay. So I can't say that word. But you can make poop happen. You know what I mean? You can make poop happen. And so when you have areas of your life where the poop isn't happening.
The big shoe.
The big shoe isn't happening.
The big shoe happen.
It's frustrating and it's annoying. And you have that kind of, and I don't mean anything against pit bulls when I say this, because I know some very lovely, kind pit bulls. It's like you're a pit bull. You don't know how to let go. And a big part of when the poop isn't happening, which is really the S word, which is a positive word in that context.
Right.
When the poop isn't happening, you have to let go because you're not actually bringing the right energy to the situation. And
I know that, but what do I do? I feel like
let go means you do nothing. You do nothing. That's the secret.
Don't engage.
What'd you say, Benny?
Don't engage.
Yeah, you
let
have.
Go.
Yeah, Esther Hicks says this. I don't know if I'm going to be quoting it exactly how she said it. She's, one of my favorite spiritual teachers, and she says exerting energy into something that's not working is actually resistance.
Yeah, well, that's how it feels.
Right.
That's
so you have to stop. You literally have to stop.
Can you help me understand what that means for me? Because
okay, so that means you don't do anything unless you feel inspired. So about your health, don't do anything else unless you feel inspired about it. And when you think about it, stop yourself unless you can think positively about it. Same thing about your career. Don't do anything about moving forward in your career or growing it unless you feel inspired. And when you start to feel negative about it, stop. Get off the subject. Look at the snow. Do something. You have to wait. You have the capacity to hear and feel the universe. That's why so many other areas of your life have turned out with great poop, right? But you don't in these two areas because what's going to work you haven't thought about. It's out of the box for you. It's different. And that's fun. You want to be in the fun place where the poop is the bomb, right?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so you got to get out of the way and admit you don't know. And
I
that's
definitely
hard.
Don't know.
Okay, good. That's the hard part. So just hang out, have fun, wait to be inspired.
So this,
I don't know why this is hard. I mean, I get it personally. I know exactly what we're talking about, but go ahead. Yes.
Okay. So I've been home with my kids for a long time. I've been super lucky to be able to stay home with my kids this long, but now it's time for me to do something.
Right.
For money and also just to do something.
Right. No.
So I feel like I don't know whether I should try to figure out a professional identity because it's been so long since I did my previous career.
I want you to wait till you're inspired.
Okay, so this is another question that has just occurred to me in the last few days. Like, one of my health issues is, chronic fatigue, autoimmune, that
whatever.
type thing.
You can't think negatively to get over
that
disease.
I know,
Yeah.
and I know what you think of that, and
okay.
I get it.
Thank you.
But here's my question about that. I've been thinking for so long, I don't have any energy.
Right, you can't think that anymore.
Just in the last couple of days, I've realized I have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to run it.
Well, first of all, I don't want you to
say
that's even a negative. What you just said was negative. So this is the only thing you're supposed to say to yourself. What if questions? What if I have enormous energy? What if I'm passionately drawn to what's in my highest good? That's all you have to do is start saying those two things throughout the entire day, silently or out loud. And before you know it, the poop is going to be there, and it's going to be amazing. Okay?
All right. I feel like I use all that energy as anxiety.
Stop.
Partly because I'm stuck. And I don't know, like all of those what if questions and raising my vibration is hard to do when my nervous system is all jacked up on anxiety.
Whatever. Stop. You cannot say any longer that your nervous system is jacked up on anxiety. You can no longer say these things out loud because you have very strong, powerful energy, more powerful than the average person. It's going to come slap you in the face quicker and harder than the average person. So stop trying to analyze it. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop talking negatively about your beautiful being and only use these positive what if questions, period. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And then tell me later when the poop starts to happen. Okay?
What's that?
Then call me later when the poop starts to happen.
Okay.
Okay. Have a lovely day.
You got it, Lynn. You got it.
But I'm really glad she showed, because she was like starting to expand, and then she was just like, and she just did it so fast, right? And I think that this is what all of us do on the areas of our life that are challenging. They're really not challenging. We've determined from a mental perspective that they're challenging for us, and then we keep doing the wrong kind of poop on them. It's not the bomb poop, it's the stinky poop, right? It's that stinky poop that got stuck on the bottom of your shoe and you can't get it off. There's no sticks nearby and you've got to go into the store, and it will be really embarrassing if you do.
Those just tuning in right now are going to this, right?
Hey, it's okay. They can listen to the podcast
right
later.
there.
Yeah, they can listen to the podcast later. But that was a great example of what not to do. And I catch myself the other day, I was about to text to someone a whole bunch of negativity about an experience I had like 3 years ago. And I kind of wanted to prove my point about something, and show I'm really smart. I know what I'm talking about. And then luckily I was too busy. I was working. I didn't have time to text this person back. And so in that interim, I was able to stay aligned to my wisdom that said, oh, you have an opportunity to respond very differently and not send the stinky poop to that part of your life that's actually great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're up to our eyes in it in here. All right, let's move forward. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Maunchehri Show. And I'm going to take my best stab at this one. Is it Samasti? Is that correct?
Yeah, Samasati.
Samasati. Thank you. Samasati.
Beautiful. What can I do
Redmond.
for you?
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I please get some guidance about my relating and connection with women and family and friends?
Well, because this is Valentine's Day, and we all want to have these extraordinary and loving relationships with people. And I'm going to say some mean things about the women in your family, and I profusely apologize. In one regard, what I'm about to say isn't really true, but you're looking for their approval, and these people are not easy to please. They're difficult and challenging. Would you agree?
Yes.
Oh, they're so difficult. They really remind me of like when I was married to a Middle Eastern man, and I would say that the women in the culture, either they really liked you or they didn't, and I don't know what the reason was. I didn't have the opportunity to actually meet like my sister-in-laws because I never traveled to that part of the world to meet them, and you can't get a visa out of certain countries easily in the U.S. I mean, even 20 years ago. But what I'm saying, so this could be partially cultural, where women aren't always nice to each other. They're more competitive, especially if sometimes not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about some of the women in your family. And it's okay to blame it on culture rather than this is their personality, because culture is just a bunch of rules that we're taught in our family life that sometimes prevent us to have a full experience. And there's beautiful things about every culture too. beautiful. Like, I think my daughters they all work in male-dominated fields, and I think they can do that because they were surrounded by adults from an early age, because that particular culture doesn't separate kids from adults, and kids, like in your culture, communicate with adults all the time. Like it's a normal thing to go to a concert with a whole bunch of adults when you're a kid, and then you sleep under the table at 2 a.m. as everyone's still dancing, right? It was fun. It was great. So look at it as cultural, because you keep taking it personally. And you're being nice when they really want you to fight a little bit, so you have a choice. Either you can be fighty with them and put on your snow boots and stand there in the cold and go a little bit back to them, or you can step back and not try to please them or get them to see you. Right? You have some options, and maybe you'll do a little bit of both. Like some days, if you feel fiery, you're going to stand up and go, I actually did that perfectly. Whatever it was, like make some delicious food or some other, woman duty, or disconnect yourself and just go, I love them. They love me. And it's okay. I don't have to be a part, because you're really more evolved, culturally speaking, and in other ways, where the things that are important to them, or they think are important to them, because that's just their limited perception, they're not important to you. And you kind of feel like it's a waste of time. So it's okay. It's okay to step back. So play with it, have fun with it, and don't take it seriously, and don't think that you're doing anything you're wrong. You're not. You're just in a different place of awareness.
Oh.
Okay. Doesn't that feel good?
Oh my gosh. I'm just feeling so much love.
Aww.
And I can see you right now on YouTube too. It's a little off with the audio and the video, but it's so lovely to see.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Benny fixed our cameras.
Yeah,
so
thanks for viewing us online. Yep, it's our latest feature, so to speak. Yeah,
so that the picture's better.
We're getting big britches up in here. The mighty 1150.
We're maturing here.
Yeah, exactly.
On Alternative Talk Radio. But yes, have fun.
Yep.
Enjoy yourself. And good.
Yeah, thanks very much. And if you'd like to join us, we have about 20 minutes left in this show for the Marie Maunchehri Show, 877-825-8828. Now we're going to take our last break of the hour. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Marie Maunchehri, and I'm thrilled to announce some of my classes that will be emerging in 2019. On March 23rd and 24th, I will be teaching Divine Energy Medicine in Vancouver, Washington. This is the second time I will be teaching this course. It's all about vibration. In my healing practice, one of the things that I focus on is the energy, obviously, of the individual that I'm working on, and their frequency. And my job is to get their vibration to rise at a very high molecular level so that they can attract in what's healthy and good for their body, or the future things that they want to create in their life. As I do that process, as I align their subatomic particles, I'm also aligning my vibration as well. In fact, my goal is to get their vibration at least as high as my subatomic particles are. So this class is designed to talk about energy medicine on a very deep level, including the chakras and anatomy and all the beautiful things that occur in the physical form, but also how to maintain and create a vibrational frequency that allows for healing to occur much faster and on many, many levels. I look forward to seeing you in March. I hope you can join me. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
A message from wildlife biologist Jeff Corwin for American Humane.
Every year, 30,000 elephants are killed by poachers. 8 million tons of plastic is dumped into the ocean, and 18 million acres of forest disappear. And with them, many of the remarkable animals that share our planet. These animals need our help. Their very survival depends on our ability to protect them. Zoos and aquariums are on the front lines of wildlife conservation and inspire environmental stewardship amongst the millions of families that visit every year. And know that zoos and aquariums that have earned the Humane Certified Seal of Approval from American Humane will not give up until every species has a fighting chance for survival. Find out more and help protect and preserve the amazing creatures that share our world.
Brought to you by American Humane.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Find our app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and take us with you wherever you go. Alternative Talk AM 1150.
We're live here in the studio in Bellevue, Washington. We have beautiful views of the mountains typically. Yeah, not today, but typically we've got gorgeous views here.
They're behind the snow.
Yeah, they're behind the
snow clouds.
That's
know snow clouds. They're the low ones right now that are hovering across. There's your visual cue.
Okay, got it.
I see them almost every morning.
Oh, wow.
Well, I took a meteorology class there. And
really?
Yeah. Huh. You've never taken a meteorology class?
No, geology, but not
That's good, though. That's a good one, too.
Geology. Loved it. In fact, that high school teacher actually did me a favor, although that wasn't his plan. I kind of screwed up early in high school, and I almost didn't graduate. And I was taking all these extra classes, and I actually got a scholarship because I was the most improved senior. So I got a 2-year scholarship to the community college, which was adorable. And, because I went, I may not graduate. So then, of course, I'm working really hard.
So you weren't doing very well as a senior? And you're like, all right, I'm switching to gears and
yeah,
take
it was
command.
more like my sophomore year. I didn't do very well. And then, of course,
Everyone's got that point.
Yeah. So at any rate, he pulled me aside because he did these pre-entrance exams. He taught geology, and he did these pre-entrance exams. And apparently I scored the highest, but I was not getting the highest grade, for my and he pulled me aside and I didn't know what I'd gotten on the exam. And he goes, yeah, I'm just really disappointed in you because blah, blah, blah. But what he did, unbeknownst to him, is that he actually made me feel confident because he probably didn't tell everyone what their score was. So it actually made me feel really good. Like, oh, wow, I am smart. It was a very positive experience. So yeah, I took some geology in college too. Loved it.
Perfect.
Okay, who do we have next?
Yeah, we'll take Glenn calling in from North Carolina. Hi, Glenn. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello, I'm here.
Oh,
Marie,
hi,
we
Glenn.
talked about 6 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
At the time, I told you that my fiance had committed suicide 8 years ago, that my brother and sister had sued me over our farm, and that my fiance's father had attempted to sue me. And
yeah, a lot of negativity, right?
It all happened in one period.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a therapist, a retired priest, and talked with him every week for 2.5 years and came out of the hole I was in. So the situation now is I'm sort of thriving, but I've been left with a very rare lung condition called EAP, and I am being treated at Duke University on a clinical trial as of yesterday with trimetop, a new medicine they've had a lot of success with. My question really is now, you said you had a friend with lung cancer. He took some herb. He's doing quite well. Do you remember or know what that is?
No, but we have your contact information now, which unfortunately we somehow didn't get it last time, or
Yeah, I lost you last time.
Okay, so we have your contact information, and it's not a friend of mine, although I would call him a friend. But he's actually a nurse practitioner, or was. I think he's retired now, and he had the same cancer, and he healed himself. He wrote a book about it. I interviewed him on the show. So when I get back to my office in about an hour, we'll look up all the information. And now that I have your contact information, I will absolutely 100% send it to you. So here's your homework, though.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You cannot talk about all the negativity in your history anymore. You can't tell anyone. I don't want you to talk about. You've already had therapy. I don't want you to mention it. And that's because it's actually lowering your vibration. And you want your vibration to increase rapidly so that we can get this new drug to have a better effect on you, right?
Yes.
So no more. You can't talk about it.
Hallelujah, I'm ready.
Yay!
May I go to a second subject quickly?
Okay.
I have a dear cousin who's right here.
Okay.
I've told her about you.
Okay.
Her husband just died in April.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Her house is, everything's breaking in her house. I'm actually here today. You wouldn't believe the list. It just goes on.
Yeah.
She is looking for guidance and how to find the right way to go forward unobstructed. Do you want to add any more?
Well, you know, it's. Oh, is she there? Is that what you're saying?
Everything in the house seems to be breaking.
Yeah.
The sewer backed up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Overflowed. You know, just everything.
Well,
and I need to know what is going on.
Well, it's not your departed husband. He would never do that to you. I just want you to know that. I think this is a reflection of your broken heart from the passing. And I think you knew for a little while that things were going to change. And I think you've prolonged your grief. And I think the house is telling you need to sit down and cry your eyes out or get mad and break everything. I mean, not everything, but you know what I mean? Like if you got some old china in the garage, have a throwdown. I think that would be good for you. So the house is reflecting some trapped emotions you have inside of yourself because you're a strong person. You know what I mean? You don't ask for help. You know what I'm talking about? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah. So I just want you to know that the house is reflecting the trapped emotions you have inside of yourself. So whether that's a grief counselor, throw down some dishes, cry your eyes out, as soon as you allow this emotional release, then the house will shape up.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And I'm so sorry for your loss, by the way. I truly am.
It's been a lot. And
yeah.
Immediately after he died, the dog that was with him all the time got very, very sick. And I spent the whole summer trying to get the dog well, and I finally gave up and had the dog put down.
The dog wanted to be with him. You know, our pets actually, they're here for us. Domestic pets, they don't really, I mean, I'm sure what I'm about to say isn't 100% true, but they come to help humanity to learn about love. And this dog adored him and wanted to be with him on the other side. And I'm so happy that you recognized that and allowed it to occur. And a lot of
I finally did. I finally realized the dog just kept sitting there staring at me.
Like, come on, I want to cross over. You're in charge of this right now, you know.
Yeah, and the dog would look up at the ceiling with his ears pricked up.
Oh, probably seeing him in the house, probably watching him floating around, and and
the dog if my husband got up out of his chair to go to the bathroom, the dog would get up and walk and go sit outside the bathroom door until he came out again. And I couldn't get the dog well. I did everything I did.
And you know what? A lot of domestic pets don't even, like, they understand death better than we do, and they don't like a lot of intervention. A lot of domestic pets hate chemotherapy, number one. They think it's, like, dumb. They're like, why are you giving me poison? I'm like 12. I'm not supposed to live much longer for my breed, you know. So thank you for letting your pet go, and I love that. That's really the best Valentine's story today, in my opinion, is, you know, the dog's love and devotion for your husband, and knowing that they're together and having fun and walking around the heavens together. I mean, I think that's really beautiful. I really do. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, I finally decided that was the only thing to do, because she really stared at me like, can't you see? It's not. I hear that I want to be. I want to go. Can't you see that?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And we're sending tons of love to your entire family, wishing everyone a great health and a healthy house too, and happy Heart Day for all of you.
Yep. We definitely appreciate it. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We only have a few minutes left in the show, so I know it happens so fast every week. Margaret from Portland. Hi, Margaret. Welcome to the show.
Hi there.
Hi, Margaret. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. What can I do for you?
I've called in before with specific issues, but today
was it helpful? Was it helpful?
It was. It was very helpful.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I think your energy is elevated more than it has been historically. Like, I think you're catching that wave of, I'm dropping my energy again. I'm dropping my energy again. And then you're catching yourself and lifting it up, which is excellent. You get more particle mass, you get more vibration, you get better perception, more consciousness. It's wonderful. But I would love to see just a little bit more fun. So can you go do something crazy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So do you have any ideas like what that would look like?
I don't, but it would be enjoyable to actually think about it.
Good.
And something.
Good. So something you wouldn't normally do, something that kind of feels fun, but you would not allow yourself to do it. And I think this needs to be like a monthly thing for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you're going to call us later and share some of these crazy adventures. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day in Portland.
Thanks, Margaret. We appreciate it. And let's take Beth. Beth's calling in from Marysville, Washington.
I'm going to do my best to get through all of these calls,
by
the way. Hi, Beth. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
Very briefly, I have been through many, many traumatic events in the last few years, the last several years. I mean, very traumatic, the big stuff.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Right now I'm looking at a couple of little they could be big health issues, but I feel like I'm hoping that I'm coming out of that very, very dark cycle that I've been in, but I'm not sure now. I feel like brand new.
I know. Let's go with that.
At 65 years old.
65 is a beautiful age. I mean, we can live a long time these days. Let's just go with what you just said. Your energy increased. Like when you started the conversation, it was like, eh. And then you said, I feel brand new. And you went, oh. So let's just stay with that. I think that most humans do not understand the power of their thoughts and how it affects their vibration and their energy. And that when you find something that you can identify with, I feel brand new, that's healthy. That's positive. That's sending beautiful healing energy to your body. So let's just go with that.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks very much, Beth, for calling in from Marysville, Washington. We're going to round it out. We're going to finish everybody up.
Yay!
Yeah, I know, right? Tanya from Portland. Hi, Tanya. Welcome to the show.
Lots of Portland people today, Benny pointed out, because I don't always pay attention to where people are calling from, unless it's like really far away.
It's a geographical thing.
Yeah. And I was on AM Northwest a couple Mondays ago, so maybe that had something to do with it. So what can I do for you, Tanya?
I'm just looking for a general reading today.
Okay.
I have a lot, pretty much every area in my life going on, so I can't really narrow it down at this point.
Yeah, but you can make a general what-if question.
Okay.
Right? And I do think, because you think a lot, you know what I mean?
Yes,
right.
I do.
And so it's great to have a smart brain and to have all this incredible activity going on in your mind, but processing and analyzing is a low vibrational experience. It's not a high vibrational experience. It's pretty simple. If we could all think like dogs, our life would be 1,000 times better, right? They just would be. So, what if every part of my life is transforming into joy?
That sounds perfect.
Doesn't that sound perfect?
Yeah,
I think
it does.
that would be just perfect for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. And how does my energy look?
Well,
is there any?
I drew out your chakras, and the root chakra is taking in tons of energy, and so is your third eye. I don't know why I didn't draw arrows for the rest of them. I don't get this impression that you're not taking in energy, but I want you to really focus on being grounded and insightful. So being present. Being present is powerful beyond measure.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Good. Have a beautiful day and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yes, thank you. And we're saying happy Valentine's Day to all of our listeners and
got
callers. And it's a beautiful heart, love, magic day. Wonderful. I'm going to be this weekend because you're right. The kids had to postpone their moving day, even though I was hoping the snow gods were wrong.
I knew it.
Yeah, you knew it. So tomorrow, after I get a massage, I'm going to jump in the car and drive to Seattle and help them unpack.
You can say it right now. I was right.
You were right. You were
because
sometimes the snow gods are wrong.
I know, right?
Right?
Yeah.
But when it started snowing on Friday, I was at Whole Foods because I thought, okay, maybe they're right. I better grab a little bit of food and some extra kitty litter, Yeah. And so I'm in the store. I went to the rack. They made a mistake when they put, well, not really, but they kind of did. They put Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and the Nordstrom's rack all right next to each other. It's dangerous, but I did go buy some new gloves and a coat, which I needed because
priorities.
Because as I'm standing in line at the rack, it is plummeting snow. I'm like, okay. And they announced they're closing in 20 minutes, and it was 1:30 in the afternoon. So
they got to get all their employees home safely. That's right.
As they should.
Which we do appreciate.
We do. Thank you, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you feel touched in a loving, joyful, expansive way today and every day. Joyful blessings. Bye-bye for now.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers.